I never thought the day my father died would be the day my siblings declared war on me. At his will reading, I found out I inherited everything, and that my brother and sister were ready to destroy my life if I didn't hand over what they suddenly decided was rightfully theirs. Hey everyone, if you're already feeling that mix of shock and anger, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We share real-life stories of family drama, betrayal, and tough choices every week. Don't miss the next one. My name is Ryan. I'm 32 now, living in a quiet suburb outside Philadelphia. For the last 5 years of his life, I was the one who took care of my dad. Prostate cancer hit him hard, and by the end he could barely get out of his recliner. I'd drive over 3 times a week, groceries, doctor visits, laundry, sitting with him while he watched old westerns. It wasn't heroic, it was just what you do. My older brother Mark is 41, lives in California with his wife and 2 kids. My sister Lisa is 39, married, 3 kids, out in Colorado. They both cut dad off years ago, said he was toxic, controlling, a miser who never helped them when they needed it. Fine, I didn't agree, but I stayed out of it. Dad would call them on birthdays, send cards with $50 bills for the grandkids. Most went unanswered. I'd watch him stare at his phone, waiting for a text that never came. He passed last winter, quiet in his sleep. I was the one who found him. A week later, we're all in the lawyer's office downtown. Mark flew in, Lisa too. First time we'd been in the same room in 8 years. The lawyer, Mr. Harrison, an older guy with a calm voice, opens the envelope and starts reading. To my son Ryan, I leave my house, savings accounts, investments, and all remaining assets. To my children Mark and Lisa, I leave nothing. They chose to remove themselves from my life long ago and made it clear they wanted no part of me until there was something to gain. Ryan was the only one who showed up, not for money, but because he's my son. You could hear a pin drop, then Mark exploded. This is bull. He manipulated Dad. He was sick, vulnerable. Lisa was crying, yelling that I must have sweet-talked him into changing the will. They stormed out, Mark shouting over his shoulder, "This isn't over, Ryan, not even close." That night, the messages started. "Mark, you think you're clever. Undue influence is a real thing. We'll prove you brainwashed him." Lisa, "Everyone's going to know what you did. Greedy little golden child." Then the extended family group chat lit up. Aunts, uncles, cousins I hadn't spoken to in years suddenly had opinions. Ryan just split it 3 ways. "Keep the peace, blood is thicker than money. Your dad wouldn't want this fighting." I sat there staring at my phone, feeling like the villain in my own life. Flashback to 2 years earlier, Dad in the hospital after chemo. I'm holding his hand. He says, "Rye, I updated the will. Don't want them swooping in after I'm gone like vultures. You were here, they weren't." I told him he didn't have to do that. He just squeezed my hand and said, "Yes, I do. Back to now." I met with Mr. Harrison again. He showed me the medical records. Dad was sharp as a tack when he signed the new will. Multiple doctor notes confirming mental competency. "Their case is weak," he said. "Expensive for them, stressful for you, but winnable on your side." Still, the guilt ate at me. Was I really going to let money tear what was left of the family apart? Was keeping it all making me just as bad as they said? Then Lisa posted on Facebook, a long public rant. Heartbroken to learn our brother took advantage of our vulnerable father and stole our inheritance. Money changes people. She tagged half the family. Comments poured in. Some defended me quietly in private messages. Most just stayed silent. A couple unfriended me. Mark started calling my job. HR got a weird anonymous email claiming I was unethical. Nothing stuck, but it scared me. One night, I got a private message from my niece, Sophie, Lisa's oldest, 17 years old. "Uncle Ryan, I don't understand why everyone's so mad. I miss you. You were the only one who asked how I was after Grandpa's funeral." That broke me. I made a decision. I wasn't giving Mark or Lisa a dime. They'd made their choices long before Dad died. But the kids, they didn't abandon anyone. Quietly, without telling a soul, I set up college funds for all 5 nieces and nephews. Solid amounts, invested safely. They'll find out when they turn 18. The final straw came when Mark and Lisa demanded a sit-down at a coffee shop. They slid a printed settlement offer across the table, wanted 40% each, leaving me 20%. "Or we go public full court, drag your name through everything. Your job, your friends, this whole town will know what kind of person you are." I looked them both in the eye. Dad knew exactly what he was doing. "You stopped visiting. Stopped calling, told him he was dead to you. I showed up. I'm not paying you to pretend you cared now. Any further contact goes through my lawyer." I stood up and walked out. The lawsuit came anyway. Lots of bluster, depositions, threats. 6 months later, their lawyer backed off, realized the case was going nowhere and the bills were piling up. They dropped it. Time passed. The house sold for more than expected. I paid off my own small debts, invested the rest wisely. Life got quieter. Last month, Sophie turned 18. She messaged me, "Uncle Ryan, I got a letter about a college account. In my name, was this you?" I just replied, "Your grandpa wanted you taken care of, that's all." She wrote back, "Thank you, you're the only one who ever really saw us." In the end, the inheritance wasn't about the money. It just revealed who my real family actually is. Thanks for listening to my story. If you've ever dealt with family fighting over money or had to choose between guilt and doing what's right, let me know in the comments. What would you have done?